I am Sean Muller, the founder and CEO of iSpot.tv. The number one thing that brands are asking us for is to measure all their video investments in one dashboard, fully deduplicated. So they want to see linear, they want to see streaming, and they want to see social and digital video in one place, measured consistently across those environments and dedupe. We've made lots of headway in having the right ID spine, the right big data infrastructure to be able to bring all these platforms together. What makes our deduplication the best is the fact that we've standardized on smart TV ACR data and at scale. Today we have Vizio, LG, and the recently announced Roku ACR data. So what that allows us to do is it allows us to do the type of deduplication that's really not possible by any other means, including walled garden deduplication. So in other words, on the same screen, on a singular screen, we are able to see linear impressions across all linear networks. We're able to see streaming impressions, and we're able to see a good chunk of social video impressions, such as YouTube. So we're able to dedupe right on the screen. Of course, on top of that, we have a big data ID spine where we have every household in the US mapped, and we have the household information. We know who lives in the household. And now with our recently announced Roku deal, we now also have authenticated email addresses for 80 million households. So we're really, really excited about the combination of all these things. The way we've been adapting is our unified measurement product has been heavily focused on streaming and measuring streaming consistently across the ecosystem, and then bringing that together with linear in a consistent way. We also just recently launched a competitive intelligence product for streaming. One of the challenges in streaming is there's just the lack of transparency and visibility of what's happening within streaming environments. So we're bringing a lot more of that transparency into streaming now with our competitive intelligence product, where you can see how much each brand is investing in streaming and which platforms they're investing in. And then finally, we see streaming going programmatic, and a lot of our investments right now, it's not just around measurement, but really bringing optimization to the forefront of streaming, so that way before the buy is made, the inventory is optimized, and then it gets measured, and then you repeat that loop. AI is all about big data, and it's all about learning from that data. So one of the things I'm excited about is we've got a rich history of big data, ACR data, smart TV data, and then deduplication as well. All that goes to train our models, where we can now start matching streaming impressions with households, even if we don't have the full set of authenticated email addresses and the matching identifiers we need. Same with the attribution that we do. So we've got so much history of matching sales and web transactions to media, and that provides training to our models, where we're able to now do that even as identity becomes more difficult. In terms of identity, we really think about, first of all, having a representation of the entire US, having every household and every zip code in the US well mapped out, well known, not just TV households, but every household. Starts with that, and then understanding the composition of those households. Then the question becomes, well, what is that sort of matching key? How do you match all these data sets into the household, whether it's viewership data sets or first-party, third-party data sets, or if it's an attribution type of data set. We are a big believer that authenticated email will play a hugely important role in cross-platform measurement. That's why we're investing today into that future. And so while historically we've used the home IP address as a matching key for a lot of these data sets, And that will continue to be a matching key, but we see a world where the authenticated email becomes the primary matching key, and then you've got fallbacks of things like IP address, you've got fallbacks for name and addresses when that's available, and then you also have fallback to AI and using trained models to match data using a variety of heuristics and historical training and knowledge. Maybe the most overrated thing in the marketplace is just a lot of the noise and chatter around alternative currency, I would say. I think there's just a lot of misunderstanding what alternative currency really means. A lot of people think that it's just doing the exact same thing that Nielsen did historically, just with different data sets. But that's actually a fallacy. I think what alternative currency really mean is evolved currency, and what is currency going to look like 5 to 10 years down the road when we're in a streaming-led world, in a programmatic-led world, and that happens to be the thing I'm also most excited about. The most underrated thing, and it's really exciting because that future is going to bring a world where optimization at the outset is going to play a huge, huge role. Then measurement of all sorts of KPI, audience measurement, verification, outcome measurement, attention measurement, are all going to play a huge role, done in a unified way, which then feeds back the optimization. And ultimately, this leads to both consumers and advertisers simply winning. And of course, if that happens, then the publishers win as well. So then you got the perfect sort of combination of all the constituents in the marketplace winning.